Yes, sir. Time to go. We in go mode. All right, let's open this up on my end. Here we go. And let's throw this up on the top screen. Okay. So let me get a new share going here. Let's share this desktop too. Boom, boom. Okay. What's going on? We're gonna do some analyzing tonight. Usually on Wednesdays, we're gonna start doing some educational stuff, but there was some movement in the market yesterday. So we wanna go ahead and check out how that was looking. Really, this is interesting. We're gonna start on the dollar like we always do. We're gonna go into the futures. And we've had this supply zone marked off all week. Ultimately, I wanted, and am I on chart talk? Yeah, I guess so. I guess I must have deleted what I had wanted to see the week. Oh, yeah. That's right. I'm not on. Let me actually share the just the Safari. Boom. There we go. That should have fixed it. And then let's full screen this mode. Make it even bigger. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the dollar. And here's how I'm looking at this right now. The market generally, yes, it will trend up or trend down, but in between those trends, it goes sideways a lot. And I feel like everyone just wants the dollar to go bullish again. They just want this rally so bad, but ultimately, to me, it looks like we're gonna get some sideways movement again, and it's just kind of the nature of the market. But the reason I say that, number one, is the major divergence. The market is diverging heavily right now, and we have kind of three waves now. This is kind of a more or less kind of an Elliott wave flat, and you do get an extension off of that. But regardless, this is, the 61.8 of this bearish move. If it were to come up any higher even, I would still be looking for it to drop. So with the price action that we got, let's go to the daily. Big break right here. It's kind of hard to say that I'm just looking for it to drop right now. Definitely. But if we do get some bearish price action that comes back down, holds underneath this 50 EMA, then we could see the market come back down into here. And ultimately, I still just want it to get down into this level where we had the fake out and then the move up. That level is where I want the market to come back into before it makes one more move up, or it might even continue to come lower as it's in this correction. But the falling wedge that we've been looking at for a long time is really, technically breaking out right now. And hey, so I don't want to say let's look for shorts tomorrow, because we do have some, breakout possibilities, but breakouts become fake outs, and you should all be very well aware of that. So let's go into the volume profile to see what this is really looking like. We're going to go into the 4-hour now, and let's take this into account real quick. Okay. So one thing I see since, this year and a little bit more price is that this area from here down into basically where I want price to get to, there is not a lot of volume. Okay, so in between here and here, there's not a lot of volume. So one of two things happens when there's not a lot of volume. It either rejects very quickly or it moves very swiftly. You see there was a rejection in between here, and then another rejection in between here. But then before that, it moved very swiftly. So we might not be getting price to come into this level, and we don't even really need to think about it yet. What I want to look at is to see what levels are next to come in the volume profile to the upside, if it is to go any higher. So it's looking like this level here is kind of the last line of defense before it will make its just smooth move right up to this next level. So in between that level right there, there's not a lot of volume. But where we currently are is technically where the most volume is for the whole year. So that doesn't happen a lot. Coming into the point of control and then giving a rejection like how we're seeing right now. So until that breaks, I have to kind of more or less believe that the market is telling us that we should be coming to the downside. And what I'll do is I'll put this here and just kind of showing the levels that I have right here now are kind of volume levels, not just random lines on the chart, right, guys? Okay, so now we go into the 1 hour, and we're really going to try to figure out how we can play off of this, because one or two things is about to happen. This is about to kind of start to hold in this level and then make its way up into this next area of volume, which is at 104.29. And then from there, if it doesn't hold here, it's slipping straight through. And so that's probably what is most likely going to happen if the market does break this high. It's coming into 104.61, and I'm just going to look for that to happen. There's basically nothing happened until here. So this is be the price for sure that I'll be looking for the market to get to if it does break yesterday's high. Now, if it continues to range, because that's most likely what it's going to do, what I need it to break to look to short, that's tough. Because technically this made, yeah, there we are. There's my guy. I would think, I'm going to take this point of control off because it starts to mess with me a little bit with all the lines everywhere. And I'm actually going to take these off from now until you remind me to put them back on. But, this is definitely a possibility. Hey, there is a volume level kind of sitting right here where if it's going to hold, it's going to hold here. If it's not, it's slipping all the way down to here. So it's kind of a good play that it would probably be a quick 1-to-1 or a quick L. It's something we could maybe look at, but for tomorrow, I think we have to go drop down even lower. And this is starting to maybe possibly break a little bit of trend. And I'm going to make this black. I don't know. But starting to break trend a little bit. There's just nothing to really play off of. I will say, where's yesterday's low? So let's go to the daily real quick. Wow, all the way down here. So let's go back to the 15. And that's a long ways away, but I'll say that would be the area that I need to break for me to really look for any sells. Maybe I could be generous and bring it up to this level. But I'm not even liking the way, because I don't even know, because guess what? If it comes down into here, then we're going to be questioning if it's going to go bullish off of this fib that I don't love, but because ultimately, here's my thing. Here's my thing. I see this because we don't know. No one ever knows what the market's going to do. I see this play. So I'm going to keep it here, but I will, no matter what, only half risk here because ultimately I really want the market to slide straight through this and come into this. And this would be, yeah, if it slides too fast, it'll be scary. But ultimately, it would slide faster than people would think because of this. And that's why this is a little sketchy as well. It's either gonna say yay or nay. You know what I'm saying? Yay, big time, and say no thanks to this, or like really no thanks to that and say, whoa, it comes straight into this. But this is still looking really crispy down here. Look at all this. That's and then right there, it just stops right at that 78.6. Oh dang. That's some bacon, bro. And then even this right here is really showing how like the 61.8 might be it, but your last line of defense is at 78.6. And if I could get more price with the 15-minute, I like the way the volume profile looks on the 15-minute the most. Let me get the 1 hour and see what it's cooking with. It's giving me a lot of stuff, but in fact, let me hide drawings. There we go. Okay. Ultimately, yeah, if it breaks up basically yesterday's high, it's slipping up into that level that I spoke about. And that's just, there's not a lot of volume in between here. So I think that's pretty valid. There's divergence coming up, so that's something to look at as well. But nah, I'm more in favor of if it breaks this high, it's slipping straight up. Where do those levels go? Let's draw. Wait, did I press remove? Oh, I pressed remove drawings like a dumbass. Oh well, either way, I think the market's coming up into this level here, or probably won't get to play it tomorrow, low key. We'll have to look and see what the other things are looking at. And I want to go into my forex pairs more like up here. And if you already know that something looks good, AB, let me know. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, this looks a lot more interesting to me because the euro is just, I don't know, it just looks better to the upside. That's weird how my eyes are working. But if this guy drops down into the 78.6 at the same time that the dollar makes that push up, I think that's a really good correlation for a possibility, because this is in such an uptrend that it's just a good look. And this kind of has this Wyckoff look to it now, that if it does do one more pop down and it comes up, it would even be worth adding like we could have done on gold today. But I'm in favor of this still. I've had it mapped out for a minute. That doesn't really mean anything, but as long as there is a correlation with the dollar and EU coming into this level down here, I will be okay with it. Now, this doesn't look terrible, I'm not gonna lie. Why does the dollar not look as clean to me, even though they're the same play? So that would be like this coming all the way back up there. I like that still as well. Let's go to the 15-minute. How do you feel about this right here? The timing is off. I think the timing is a little off. And you want to know something? as we've been back, as we just looked at all of our tests, or not tests, all of our trades, it's like this one just doesn't fit the mold as good as the ones that like spanked. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, I'm looking at it like it's already hindsight, and I'm just like, it doesn't, it's not perfect, or not perfect, but you know. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm thinking, bro. Right off the jump. So, we'll look for that, and it probably won't get there tomorrow. Yeah, and if that's the case, then we just had a whole week of price going sideways. So get ready for it to probably go maybe up even, because it's kind of looks Wyckoff-ish. This is really what I want to see on the high key. I want to see this low break, and I want to play a breakout. Yeah. I want to look for that breakout opportunity, because number one, I don't think there's any volume on the why don't you just give it 1 hour? Oh, we're on 15 minute. Okay, let's go here. Give me that 15-minute point of control. Yeah, there's nothing till all the way down into this point of control. Yeah, there's nothing till all the way down into this level even. So this 78.6 is kind of sketchy. I genuinely think I would use this 78.6 more for one of those timings where I'm like, hey, I'm gonna wait for the higher or lower time frame, because this move down, it could serve this quick. I'm talking quick. Yes, I see this baby volume right here, but there is not that much, I'll tell you that. So it, damn. Oh fuck. Okay. I mean, I see this, no cap, but yeah. Oh goodness. My heart just stopped a little bit. So let's go. Yeah, I still like this though too, you know, how it has this volume. If it comes up into this level, that's a possibility. But yeah, the sell stops look amazing tomorrow. Um I don't know how we're gonna catch a position on that, and if you look like you would have muted yourself on YouTube. Damn. Well, at least we've only done two pairs. So let me go to what you just said. Okay, they're already, but my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, dang, I said if it did this again, no. And it did it. That was it. Okay, hold up. Let's look at this. It's about to pop again, bro. This thing is nuts. Is it really just gonna slide to 28 after that? I swear there's got to be some correction. Hold on. Okay, let's see. 23% right there. Let me go to I want to see what it looks like on the CMEs. Okay. This thing is about.
Wow. Okay, now y'all can hear me. That's annoying because that happened yesterday too, where I was freaking talking and then I didn't realize that my mic was muted. Or it's not that it was muted, it's just that the source had changed and it did it again. And this is the third time this happened, so okay, that's something I gotta pay attention to. My bad, y'all. You couldn't hear my beautiful voice for the past how many minutes, but it's okay. Because, I mean, half the stuff that I was saying is actually even better if P can just talk it through and be like, yo, so this is the play. So what you looking at right now, P?
Man, I am just looking at how much it's already moved. And how it should correct. But it really doesn't need to correct, but I kind of feel a little too much feeling about it. Excuse me.
Damn.
It
Wait.
did break yesterday's high, but it has not necessarily 100% broken out of this. Now it's about to, I believe. And then when it does do that, it's going to go straight into this level.
Breaking 25K and then, I mean, just going, taking, okay.
And so, like, this is most likely what's going to happen. That, like, 2 days or a day.
I actually do like that break better. I actually do like that better. No cap. Now that you bring that out.
Okay, what we're going to do as the next wave, we are going to wait for a couple different things, actually, because it's pretty simple. This 50 EMA, if this shit gets hit on the 1 hour at any time on a pullback, it can be fast. We are gonna play the bulls. Doesn't matter. Yeah, this level looks like it could hold, but with this type of momentum, I am gonna expect it to at least retest it, bare minimum. This is not, I could be so wrong, but this does not look like one of the moves that is just gonna go whoop whoop. It just doesn't to me. It looks very.
I feel like if it was gonna do that, it would have done it by now.
It looks very
that sounds
much
like that sounds far fetched because like price just got there and stuff like that. Now price has actually been up here for Bitcoin's sake. It's been up here for quite a long time. For it to not have gone bearish already.
And the reason why I don't want to play this breakout like right now is because I'm seeing the 3-wave divergence on the 5-minute. Now that's not a lot of confirmation, but if there was a time that I didn't want to play a breakout, it's this. And we could go look at GJ real quick and I can show you the same thing. But
I haven't even looked at GJ. Let me go take a peek at that boy.
And so I circled, and this is kind of cool. I circled the 50 EMA, and look what is sitting right here.
That's actually really funny. I love that so hardcore.
So I'm gonna mark.
But more than likely, if price retraces back down, the EMA is not gonna be there. But just
no, the EMA will be a little above it.
Yeah, but I really love exactly where actually that actually.
Yeah, the EMA would end up going probably like this, and price would come down into that if it went that fast. And it's we need to probably go to the 15-minute because of how fast it's moving if we want to catch a like EMA setup.
Just
obviously,
a heads up, Wyckoff got into a buy stop on gold.
On the indices?
No, on gold.
On gold?
Like, yeah, it just activated off of this 1 hour candle, and his take profit is at 1853.
Where's our take profit?
Our take profit is, let me go and take a look at that.
Dang, we're looking at some trades tonight, not just markets. Okay.
We
Okay,
got
this is
our
another
take
thing.
profit is at
Obviously,
1870.
oh, bro, look at this retracement level. If it comes into the 61.8, we're playing it. I don't give a damn. And because we're
Yeah,
targeting
because
28K.
especially where we're targeting at, the stop loss would literally be at our safe stop loss if we were playing the buy stop. Number two, number
It's still a
three,
4-1 from, and it's gonna happen quick.
and
If this is the
that's
play,
still gonna be double of what we would be looking for if we're playing the buy stop.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? So no,
that's
I like that.
obviously a
61.8
play.
is definitely getting played, and
I don't even need
we
the
don't even play the
fib.
61.8 that often. That's the funny part.
Dude, so much volume just came in right here. That's the thing, because there were. Okay, hold up. Let me
And
bring
look at the
in.
4 hour volume. It's the highest that it's been
Ooh,
since when?
I want to watch this try to creep up, because that's not lovely.
That volume
All the
down
way.
there.
Yeah, that's not good. But
That would be scary hours, no
I
cap.
want to see it just. It's not just
It's
gonna
not
creep up.
going to because isn't this about to close? Or
This
no,
week
it probably
is
already has.
no, it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday, Friday. So the only way it can move up is if more volume is generated up
Throughout
higher,
today, yeah,
and
exactly.
it'll start to move up. But either way, I like this whole range
For
right
some
here.
reason, I thought this was the hour.
This whole range, this has the most volume sitting right here. So that's cash money. I just highly doubt it even retraces
We
that
just might
much.
get the breakout today. So what? So
Um,
now let's talk about what happens if price
Here's a
does end
play
up
right
breaking out
here
today.
though. Hold on, let me add this alert on the 50 EMA on the 15 minute, because that's probably the most likely. And you know what? We could stack this bitch, because this, I don't want to get emotional, but I'm telling you, this thing is about to start running. And I hope on, not emotional, because I'm like the least. I'm pretty stoic. But when it comes to this, I think this is about to happen. Get a retracement, and then it's gonna break. I think it needs to like liquidate people
Ooh,
first, and then let us play. But man, this
dang.
15-minute momentum
I
is
don't
big.
know.
This 1 hour momentum is big. It's starting to pull back a little bit, but that don't mean it
Let
can't
me
just
see
pop
that
off.
4 hour one more time.
That 4 hour momentum is
Bro, I
killer.
think this is about to take off.
Yeah, it's probably about to take off. No cap. It's just a little too. It has literally moved up
Too
without
much. I get
retracing
you.
so much. 15%. It needs a little retrace. What is this retrace? A 1% retracement, dude. It hasn't even retraced 2%
Go on to
versus
the
its.
4 hour one more time. Dang. I don't know. I feel you so hard, and when you tell me that, I'm like, fuck, man.
It's just, I don't know. After what just
Go even more. Go
it's
on the daily. I got to see the daily at this point because
it's really the GJ trade that we just took. I'm just like, man, why does this look like that to me?
I feel you. I feel
But
you.
I shouldn't be thinking about the other trade. I should just be going into it with its own trade. But to me, I think there's so much room to the upside
Dude,
that if it breaks
volume is
here,
literally increasing
there
as
will
prices
still
increasing.
be an opportunity. Like, I think if it breaks here, there will be some, because if it breaks, we can either play the retest and go, because that's another possibility, without having to try to play the buy stop.
Look
If
at
it
that
breaks
4 hour
here,
real quick with the
if it breaks
volume.
here and it coils,
Okay.
there's a really good opportunity because it already broke. So I mean,
Go peep that
there's
volume on
chances
the
to
4
wait.
hour
I
real
would rather
quick.
be patient than try to jump in this 4 hours that you said.
Yeah, the volume is
Is
increasing as price is increasing too, bro.
Yeah, the 4 hour is showing that
Oh
it
wait, no,
should.
daily. Sorry, my bad. Daily.
Daily volume.
Literally
Yeah,
increasing as price is increasing as well. I'm
yeah,
just like, damn, son. That
it's
daily
nice.
candlestick looks lovely too.
Ooh, it's just there's really not the best spot to put a stop loss anywhere.
Yeah, this
It's
the
impossible. I mean, if you wanted to be the riskiest person on earth and go like this, you probably would get a piece of the pie, but woo, you want to shoot for it?
Set an alert to like the 78.6 of that 5-minute bearish move. And so that we can be able to see what it's looking like when it gets there.
Well, let me try to read this volume a little bit more. So we got this increase here. Yes, that's good. It increases more here. That's beautiful. And then it gives you the big volume. And then it gives less volume.
As it starts to coil. Damn, I don't know.
Well, every time it broke highs, it gave more volume. So like as it broke this high, this candle made more volume. As it broke this high, more volume.
Yeah,
not than this, but like then you've seen.
Still big, right? Decent sized volume. Yeah, I see.
Here we get a break up, and then we get the continuation up as well. And then as these candles start breaking above each other, this big one breaks this little baby consolidation. Boom. Then we get another break. But then on here, when we break kind of this level, it did make more volume, but it's just like it's like this was almost a climactic volume, and now this is not as much volume. I genuinely think there's gonna be a stop hunt, but I still think the stop hunt will give.
Is there any news tomorrow? That's a great question to ask. Whoo! Yes, there is. PPI. Okay.
Okay, so PPI.
What's definitely the holiday on the 20th?
President's Day.
Man. Hey, man.
Okay.
People need a day off. I get it.
Look, I'm going to put an alert right here. I'm going to put it.
Yeah, put it right at that 78.6 of that stuff so that we can be able to see what is going on right there. Because, you know what? Just because, put that stop loss a little lower. To that bullish candle when it made highs in the, yep, right there.
Well, I wouldn't play that. I wouldn't play that.
You wouldn't play, really? That's still a 1 to 2.
Yeah, but yeah, all the way up to 28. But I think there's gonna be a correction to this 50 EMA.
Okay, I feel you.
That happens.
I feel that. I get that.
And if not, then I don't want to play it because it's already. I wanted to play this one, and then or not necessarily wanted to play that one. I wanted to play this one right here, kind of, and then it already broke out.
Yeah, so it already broke up to the outside a little bit. You know? I get you.
And then now if it breaks, I'm just like, whatever, really, honestly. I want a correction more than anything, and this looks solid.
Now, the correction is like the cash money taking over for the 99 and 2000, but
it might not.
It might not. That buy stop is looking more likely, but it's only because of where price is at. Like, if price was to the downside, obviously, I'm like, well, the correction looks more than likely.
This thing said 50 EMA.
50 EMA, I need that trampoline.
Dang, yeah, this one's probably about to go too, but in a way, it needs to break still.
Oh, it needs to, it needs a little bit more room. But I feel like if Bitcoin breaks out, then this is gonna, no way that, and I feel like there's no way they're not gonna break out. And check that strength. How much percentage did Ethereum go up with this bullish move compared to Bitcoin?
I'm trying to get this volume profile to look better than this. Dang, why is there like no volume to the upside on this thing?
This is all the way to the downside, but it should be.
That's weird. That's some weird shit.
Let me see if it looks like that on regular Ethereum chart.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to look up. Whoa. Dog, when did this start happening? Whoa. It's like that on the regular Ethereum too. Okay, so this is changing some things. Is this thing about to just popsicle? Um,
Sickety.
this is interesting to me. Let me. Okay, that's still there, but I really, honestly, it does look like if Ethereum breaks any higher, it's like it. Where else is it gonna go into? So probably hit 2K so quick, it's not even funny. Man, okay.
There's
But
still a whole dang what, but there's still a whole lot of volume to the downside, of course. But that's on
yeah, it's
Bitstamp.
just
That's on
very
Bitstamp.
interesting. I
Like,
know, but it's on all of them.
no, yeah, definitely. Like, there's not a lot of volume to the upside.
15
So,
minute. It's the same thing though. I love the if it gives the correction, it's a play for sure because I think it's about to break. Even though the volume started to decrease a little bit here, it needs to decrease because it needs to retrace. But as you see on this candle, the last daily candle, if it's going to explode, it's probably not going to retrace much. That's how Bitcoin works a lot of the time. On its major swing moves, it will hit that 78.6. But if when it starts to go, because I'm looking at it like this, kind of right here, and it's in go mode and it's about to go. And really hope it gives some type of sideways action before it goes again. Because that's what I want to see. Let's look at gold because gold's starting to move a little bit. And we caught a freaking sniper today on gold.
you want me to show it? I can show it.
You want me to show it? No, you don't have to. I'll just they just gotta trust me
Yeah, I feel that.
because it was a clean one. What I saw was first of all on the weekly, it looks, a little bearish, or not bearish, but just kind of rangy as it hit this 78.6 on the higher time frame, or almost hit it, made this big weekly candle. Last week it didn't do much, but it started to, continue to make lower lows. And then at the day yesterday, as it broke this low, I was like, okay, it's either going to tank or it's either going to stop. We got this demand sitting right here. Something's about to happen. Let's go into the lower time frames. And so when I went onto the 4 hour, I saw major divergence. And then on the 1 hour, divergence wasn't as visible, but that 4 hour gave me a little clue that maybe something might start to turn around. You saw these wicks on the 1 hour. I was like, okay, if it's going to turn around, I want to see something happen, some Wyckoff action. Well, we got this type of move, and you can see it better on the 5 minute. So, and I played it off the 1, but you can see it on the 5. There was this little spike down, and at the time of this spike, the dollar was in an area where it's either going to pop or drop. So this was like a good possibility, and it was also in a time where silver had already made a higher high. So silver was already starting to trend to the upside a little bit, while gold kind of made this little divergent move. The volume was low on this move down. So I was telling you it wasn't a real break. And then it moved right back up, and it kind of broke this little structure here. And just the speed of that move with the lower volume on the break, usually you will get like
You
how I
know,
just showed on Bitcoin, you'd get higher volume. You got low volume. I was like,
I
time
don't
on
know.
itself.
I don't know if you've been noticing this, but the indices have been doing some like that same similar play a lot. Like,
Yeah.
if you would look at what the indices did today, it was very similar what it was doing. Like, it was dropping wicks to the downside, and it would say, "Nope, I'm not going. I'm not going." And it kept acting like it wanted to break, and it kept saying, "I'm not going," and then it finally started to take off to the upside.
Hmm. I
It's
mean, yeah,
just something I noticed, and it's like something that's been happening a lot when it's failing to break that low.
Well, this
So,
hit our TP, final TP,
oh yeah, that
but we
initial
ended
final
up,
TP.
yeah, this was the trade, having it kind of break out of here and start to move to the upside with swiftness, and it's really doing that. So where do I think gold is going to go to now? It is still very bearish. I will say if this high breaks, which
It should.
I I don't know, but it looks like it, and it should. I would expect, this 50 EMA is going to come right into that. You're
Yeah.
probably going to get some battling. If we see one more push down on gold, I think that's going to be like kind of the last move, because there was definitely some like Wyckoff action here inside of this Wyckoff play, because not all Wyckoff plays are sideways. You have to be able to turn your head a little bit and see the same type of thing. We have this, and then this is the last like spring opportunity. And if the market is, testing this last area and it turns around, then hey, that's good. But it could give one more test and then turn around. I see that opportunity just because this level did break with a little bit of momentum. And so sometimes with gold, it will give a 1 hour divergence off of this 50 EMA. It'll come down and make one more low, give me a perfect divergence look, and then make the move I want to see. If that happens, we'll reassess. But for now, as long as price remains above here, because it really does need to remain above this little range that it created, as long as it remains above here, I think gold's going to at least go into this level of supply. At least. And that's what the volume profile is kind of telling me. Let's see. A lot more volume up here, but yeah, there's not a lot of volume here. So it should slide straight up into 1851-ish. And there's some price action right here. So that'll be like the first level I look for gold to get to. At that point, I wouldn't probably care for it to do anything else. I would just expect it to stall, or if it does pop from there, then you really kind of have an idea of a change in direction, and you could maybe look for something like this. Let's look at GU. Has kind of been a little hard to play, and I'll show y'all why I don't really want to trade GU right now.
GU looks scary.
And there's only one reason, only one area that I'm gonna wait for GU to get to, because it missed the fib that I really wanted to trade from off GU up here, because it missed this area, and I don't know if it's gonna get back up here again. It kind of like tested it once, dropped out of it, didn't get all the way up there, but kind of dropped, got up there. So it took this out and this out, and then made a big move. I don't necessarily expect it to come up here again. So now my eyes are more on this impulse down. But the reason I don't love it is because we have impulse, 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 and it just is very impulsive, and it needs to chill out. Another reason why is this area down here, it has gotten hit with this 78.6, and if the market is going to continue to trend up, this is just kind of a fake out, and the market could move to the upside without any regard to this fib. So it's very choppy to me, if that's the right word right now. Like I said, the only way I'm playing GU is if it gets up here, and that's probably not a tomorrow play, and even that is, it would have to get there very slow, because if it gets there fast, I would probably expect the market to continue up into a more important level. This is more important than this little fib right here.
I
So
hate to say it, but draw that ugly fib, draw that AB fib for me.
oh, from here.
Yep. I hate to say it,
Mm-hmm.
but this is gonna smack. Especially with what you're looking for. That one.
Yeah, it's probably is going to start to trend up a little bit, huh?
Yeah. Because even with EU, I'm expecting that it's gonna start to trend up. Like that paper trade that I did earlier today. Like I was like, I wonder if this is a fake out or not. I'm gonna paper trade it, and it definitely was on that lower time frame, and now it's just gonna. Yep, exactly.
Well, then, my opinion is if it's gonna go bearish,
Then that breakout.
Tomorrow,
yeah.
It really, like, that's not even an option. Like, this needs to kind of stop before it gets above here.
Yeah, because if it gets any higher, then it's wick chasing.
Yeah, and it's gonna fill up.
Yep.
So
I agree.
It really kind of needs to chill out soon. It probably needs to stop at this.
I actually like that. No,
to be honest, it needs to stop here, but I think I'm just gonna wait on it.
Wait on it because that structure didn't break. Honestly,
I think I'll just try to
remember what we were looking at. Remember what we were looking at earlier today. Let's wait on that actual structure to really break.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, honestly, and we can get that sell stop. No cap.
This pair has been ugly as fuck, so I'm not even gonna analyze it really, but I swear it would be the same thing as the dollar. But I guess the dollar has made a new high. This didn't. So I don't know. I don't like the way this looks for some reason. I'm not a fan of it. I guess the only thing I like is the price action that stopped right here and right here, which lines up with the 78.6, but it would need to like do it like that, and even that, it's just it's not. I don't like it for some reason. This is unfortunate, but let's look at dang, this Joker is coming into a level where it wants to get spanked. I think
spanked and taken out.
Okay, we have a little divergence coming into the level, but if it breaks above this level, it's coming straight up into this guy, like heavy. And it was kind of the same look that it had right here. When it broke this level, it was coming straight into here, and once it did, son of a gun, it really got us. And this is kind of what I see for Bitcoin, bro, in a way. And maybe it's just me like replaying this trade that we just had in our head, but like this big move up into this level, we were like, oh, it's about to bust. And then it did a little bit, but then it came back here. This is what I want to see. And this is what I want to see. Look where it is, 50 EMA.
For reals though, that's fire.
On the 15-minute. So if we could just wait for that and then like get a bullish push out, we could maybe even catch a stupid stop loss. But for now on UJ, it's most likely going to continue to trend up. So if it comes back down, because this daily candle is but bullish, I wouldn't expect anything else other than maybe a retracement back down into this level and then a move up if it's going to continue up, right? So let's bring that back. Let's go into the 1 hour, and that 50 EMA is probably going to hold solid.
I like it holding solid. Yep. But
I'm going to put an alert here maybe and see how GJ looks. Where's the alert button?
What does
there not
look
I
like?
can't
I still
alert
haven't
on
looked at it.
There it is.
Oh yeah, huh? GJ freaking played us today.
Let's go to GJ's ugly ass.
That boy be hating on GJ for reals.
GJ's either your favorite or your least favorite. Okay. I just personally think right now that this is sideways.
I feel like this thing is
And
about to break
I
out, and
guess
we
it
need to
still
stop
hasn't broken
playing.
this, but it did technically break these highs right here. And this is just a wick. So if you were to look at it like this, it's definitely, well, I mean, breakout is yeah, it broke the highs is the word we need to use because it's not necessarily a breakout.
But
It
it
could
broke the
be
fucking bullshit ass
it
highs.
just broke the
Sorry,
highs.
YouTube. Not sorry.
So technically needs to break this 1 hour for it to take off up here, probably. So that coincides with UJ. If you GJ breaks this and UJ breaks that, but man, if it breaks it with three-wave divergence, I will not like that. And here's what I was looking at whenever we were trading, and let's do candles. Whenever we were buying this, I was that this is the only thing I was not only thing I was seeing, but this is the one thing I was seeing that I didn't like
Yeah.
that it doing
Okay.
this,
Yeah.
and then it made this same type of big volume, right?
And then
You
right
see this
after,
climactic volume,
yeah.
and then the next push up what didn't have that much volume, and we were looking for it to go after this candle, basically. We were looking for this candle to be the one.
And it
And this
wasn't, and
candle,
we were, and bro, you don't understand. When it came back down to it, I was like, oh crap, man, there's might be a stop loss, but we're just gonna have to hold it. I was like, the intuition was there, but I was just like, you know what, just gotta hold it at this point. But damn,
that climactic volume, bro.
yeah. Now what? Yeah,
It's reminding me
it's
of
reminding you,
this.
and you said it. You said it. That's what it's reminding
It's
you of.
so, it's just like, is that what it was? Or like the yin even had the volume pickup right here towards
Damn,
the end,
and then
and then
just
it
boom.
rounded out. Um, yeah, I don't know. Bitcoin is making me think.
I mean, because it's especially with how slow it is, and it's still at this zone. If it continues to coil up like this, and it doesn't make a move until tomorrow, then maybe I don't know.
6 hours on this coil up before it broke out.
Oh, that's good timing then.
3 hours on this coil up before it broke out. We're at 2 hours. So it'll probably be overnight that it happens. That's interesting. It's getting pretty close to that trend line every time. If it can break up, I see. Oh man, I just I love when Bitcoin starts to move. It's the funnest asset by far, the most fun asset because it will move faster than you can even imagine. And when you're on the right side of it, oh, it's so much fun.
It is so much fun.
Oh, let's talk about this that I called out perfectly on Chart Talk and then didn't play it at all. Um, so go look at that on the last episode of Chart Talk, or I think it was Sunday. The last episode
No,
we
you
analyzed.
talked about it. I think was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. So
Yeah.
Monday. Go watch Monday market moves.
Yeah, this was picture perfect. So I said I was waiting for the market to give me some type of divergence. The 4 hour was ugly divergence, kind of, but definitely there. The 1 hour, I was saying how every time it made a low, the momentum was kind of converging, making a slight low as well. But then the the low that hit the 78.6 here on this wick, it had the highest volume. I don't know what I was looking at. It had the highest volume and it had divergence. So the momentum finally chilled out just a hair, but you can see it. It definitely chilled out. And then There was probably even a lower time frame set up right here. If this is
There
the 1
was.
hour,
Damn, that 15-minute.
what the? You're telling me I
At the
missed out
timing too.
twice?
Damn.
Don't do this to me. Okay, good.
Oh, I'm about to say. I'm about to. He said, "Don't do this to me." I love
okay.
that. I love
So
that.
ultimately, this thing snapped off the 78.6. Like this doesn't. I'll say this doesn't happen. Probably
Often
it
with
happens.
EG, it does not happen often.
It doesn't happen much. So if anyone was in that, you're already up 1-1, almost
Yeah,
to
1 to
you're up
2.
1-2 off that. That's quick. That's good money.
That's great money.
So now what we're going to be looking at is a really good shot, though. High probability. We
Oh,
have this
bro,
1
look
hour
at
to 4 hour setup.
stole off them boys.
We get the steal off down there, so we have somewhat of like a little, if this is the stop hunt or if this whole thing is the stop hunt, right?
Cash money.
Regardless, we have lower and higher time frame like
Still,
confirmation right here.
yeah, that's
And
that's cash money.
so we'll be looking for EG to make a nice retracement down.
I hope it
And
doesn't get there on Friday.
this is something we're really going to be, I'm probably going to play it almost no matter what, only because of how picture perfect it looks. Just there's some trades where I think it's almost worth taking if you planned it, see it, and it's picture perfect. You should have no problem with playing it, because guess what? If you don't play those trades,
And they play
those
out.
are the ones, yep, and they play out. Those are the ones that hurt the most. Those hurt more than losers, in my opinion, because it makes you feel like a real loser, not just a financial loser. Okay. I didn't mean to call anyone a loser here. Okay, let's go to the XRP maybe, because this is another bad boy that I like. And is it trying? It's not popping as near as much. Not even
Interesting. Not even
close.
close. Huh.
It definitely gave the ugly like head and shoulder, but like that, who was anticipating that until it got down here?
Exactly.
So wait, let me see if that's a 61.8. Not even.
Not even close.
Yeah, I still think this, genuinely, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, bro. Okay, now me seeing this now is like, okay.
Let me go to the other cryptos real quick. Hold on.
We might be onto something.
BNB, ooh, okay.
Same thing. It's not even close.
XRP, no.
Okay.
Already broke.
But Cardano's been stronger than everything, kind of. So, not even close.
Already broke. It's been stronger though.
Yeah. Okay. So far.
Solana, I bet it hasn't.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah. No way.
Nope. Okay. So look, Litecoin has been stronger. Let's see if it has. Yes.
Oh. Yeah, okay, interesting. So the blue ones so far have been, except for BNB.
And I think Cardano is supposed to be on
Cardano's supposed to be on the list, yeah.
Okay. AVAX, nope.
No.
Tron, no, probably. Ooh, it has gotten pretty much interesting.
Union, no. Of course, naturally.
Okay, so that's interesting. Link, no. Oh, there's a lot on that.
You went in on it, bro.
Oh, this thing is starting to pop again, probably. But not breaking the highs. Yes.
Okay. It's been doing numbers regardless, so it's only right that it continues doing numbers, I guess.
Market looks strong. Let's look at these.
Dash is what, bro? Man, Dash be making some interesting moves sometimes, for reals.
I'm telling you, this thing could make a really interesting move all the way up to 120. Okay, let's look at this thing, because if the Bitcoin dominance continues to move how it's moving, Bitcoin is going to outperform Ethereum, number one, and probably a lot of the market. If we look at the move it made yesterday, it made a smooth, let's call it 9.69%. And Ethereum made a 7% move. BNB made, and they made big moves, no doubt, 7%, but they didn't do that Bitcoin move. Now, that's not what usually happens, right? What usually happens is Bitcoin will move 5% and the altcoins will move 10%. But when Bitcoin's dominance starts to show,
which it is,
Bitcoin is going to perform amazing. And some of the altcoins, they're gonna, every time Bitcoin goes up, an altcoin is gonna go up, no doubt. But if the Bitcoin dominance, meaning more people are investing into Bitcoin than they are into altcoins, then it's natural that Bitcoin is going to go up more than the altcoins, right? So right now it's an interesting spot. Okay, we are most likely going to see this high get broken. When a market is trending up, and we could really look at this more on the 4-hour, because that's kind of how it really is. But like, this high got broken pretty clean, made a nice retracement in a way, and now it hasn't necessarily made a lower low in a while. It's putting in higher highs. So if this stops right here, we should just expect this.
Yeah.
Now, some people could expect this supply to kick in, but in my opinion, this looks ready to go to the upside again. The momentum is starting to pick up. The volume on this is not accurate. You don't want to look at volume on a dominance chart very much, but the momentum is picking up here. We're breaking these EMAs on the daily. We're holding like bullish now above the EMA. So in my opinion, this looks like it's going to make at least one more move to the upside. At that moment, though, we can start to assess this range. Now, this is where things are going to get interesting this year, I think, because,
very interesting. Oof.
Man, if Bitcoin, let's see here, if Bitcoin gets up into this area, it's going to look extremely Wyckoff-ish, to the point to where we are going to have to be bullish when it gets here.
Damn.
Because this is just like the most insane, perfect Wyckoff you've ever seen. And so
then it looks like it's really going to go parabolic.
And then if it breaks this high, it's going parabolic for sure. It's going to literally come all the way over here. Now, it has been ranging since 2021. Bitcoin, on the other hand, let's see, on 2021 has been coming down. So 2021 here, this down move here is the same, is that kind of range right here. So let's throw that in there so we just get a good look at that. Okay, we get this range that started, and really from this high right here, 73% is January 2021, and that's about right here. So that's a little interesting spot. You can see how this is where the high was, right there, and then we get this drop down in the dominance. You get a drop down correction, and then Bitcoin soars again, but this happens. Now that is very interesting. So first you get this sideways movement, and that was here, sideways movement. But then when you get this fallout of this, that was the fallout of the dominance. And what's very interesting is that Bitcoin made this move up here on sideways,
consolidating, yeah,
on sideways movement, and about right here was the top of the market. So let me do an uptick. That was the top of the market in Bitcoin this date. So the dominance chart, if we are to break this high, which is here,
we should be expecting Bitcoin to soar.
We should be expecting Bitcoin to soar.
But I feel like if by the time it gets up to that level, Bitcoin will probably be at like 30K.
Well, it might not be, because if this does continue to trend with Bitcoin, because it doesn't necessarily like trend with Bitcoin, because if this,
not necessarily,
but if this holds like right here, because it can, and then it drops back down into here, that's going to do, something like maybe this, and then it could end up dropping back down into here, and give this like play that we still want. And then when we see this start to rise up again, we will have an opportunity to understand that Bitcoin is really about to break out in a major way. And that would be the best case scenario, where if this can break out when this is still low, because then we'll be like, oh, it's on for the races. And let's go to the weekly, and then go to the weekly. No, it doesn't give us all that much, but it gives us enough. The last time it kind of broke out from this level was, here's the last bull run. Keep that in perspective, and then let's look at where we are right here. So last time we broke out from here was kind of right in this level. We made this breakout here, and Bitcoin was doing a dance, made it this down move, went sideways. So Bitcoin actually went down for a little bit, and then went sideways, even though this thing went up, right? Yeah, it went up a little bit, but then
so it's like, that's interesting.
Sideways. It's not a full correlation, but when this thing takes off, there is no moment in time where this doesn't move up, except at the very end of a trend.
Yeah.
So that's something to watch for. And then when this thing happens, when this happened, what was this doing? Just that. That's all it took. So it doesn't need a whole lot of push necessarily to get it going. And it didn't even break these highs. So that's something to note as well. It pushed up. The dominance rose 20. Oh, that's a lot. 26%. Let's see how much. That's only 8. So it would need to kind of do a huge move up to see a huge move in price. And I would think like a huge move up would be like this, coming back into some levels that we've stopped at before. And now as the market grows, Bitcoin's dominance should shrink a little bit, because other coins should get interested in this space as well. So like Ethereum, I'm kind of hoping Ethereum will kind of come back down a little bit. And then once it gets into here, I'd be looking for it to make this move, something like that. And if Ethereum ever breaks out, that is going to be the one I focus on the most. Okay, I think Ethereum's going to capture, and this is the thing, it doesn't need to capture as much market cap space as Bitcoin does now, because Bitcoin, as it grows so much, it has to get that much more market cap to grow in percentage. But Ethereum doesn't need that. So for a big move on Ethereum, and now I want to just show y'all really quick, this move here on Ethereum, okay, was right. We went from 10% to let's see, it goes from 20% to 10% to 20% right here on this cycle. So let's start it at 10. Okay, it already started to move a little bit. So maybe it was at 8% to 20%, to 22% total. Okay, so it made a 20% jump, 12% jump, and it did all of this. Bitcoin had to make a 25% jump for it to do that. So what I'm trying to say is, if this just makes a new high from here, Ethereum is going to run this market. I mean, run this market. And it most likely is going to do a lot more than that little run up. I expect Ethereum to capture 30% of the market at least. And it would line up very perfectly with a breakout right here on technical analysis wise. And it has hit that 30% before on this chart, and it has been more than that, I believe. And it's uptrending. There is no reason for Ethereum not to capture more percentage of the market. So that's something we're going to be looking at for sure. But these are all a little bit macro. I kind of got off topic with looking at Bitcoin, kind of getting a little too excited on it. Is it already moving? Is it moving up? No, not yet. I'm waiting for this EMA. Being patient.
Yeah, we could wait on it.
We can wait on it. We had a good day on gold, still working for us in our favor. So let's let gold do its thing.
Do you want to scan through indices real quick before we hop off, or are you good?
Yeah. Indices. Let's just do this real quick. Make it easy. We'll do S&P, NASDAQ, US 30. Okay. We'll look at these guys on the daily first, and then see which one of them did something. Oh, wow. I got some erasing to do. Let's remove drawings. There's no drawings. Okay. This one's definitely sideways. This one's definitely the most structured looking, and this one is starting to look a little bit sideways on the daily, but nonetheless, they all put in daily candles, bullish candles, but the NASDAQ, I would say, looks the strongest. This is weak sauce. Let's go to the 4-hour on these. Yeah, I mean, rangy as it all gets on the Dow. It is in a difficult situation where, I want to sell it when it gets up here, but I'm not gonna, because it just doesn't have the technical break of structure. If it would have broken this, that would have been perfect. If it would have broken that, it probably would have tanked. But it is showing some type of volatility. Some type of big move is coming with it squeezed like this. The reason why I'm not necessarily looking for the shorts is because this high right here, well, technically this high here that this made, that I'm like trying to play off of, has already gotten broken on the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ is starting to show some strength. Just look how bullish this looks. So there's no real bearishness to this yet. This is already kind of looking like it's going to take this high out.
Yeah, and I feel that.
I'm just going to wait. I don't care about that move really. I'm going to wait. Let's go to the 1 hour and see what this looks like, because on the 1 hour, this is, the NASDAQ made this move, the Dow made this move, and the S&P made this move. And these are all at the same time. What's interesting is the NASDAQ didn't break the high. The Dow did break the high, and the S&P did not break the high. So, well, technically, it did not.
Yeah.
It almost did. But you see what I'm saying? This made like a stop hunt. This didn't. This almost did. But
Kind of do.
now this one's a strong one, and this one is more or less the weaker one.
Yeah,
So
for
it's
reals.
just like reversing really quick. It's just really hard to read. Usually, I have a really good read on which one is stronger and weaker, and which one has a good opportunity and which one doesn't. If there is an opportunity on it, it is this tomorrow. It's not any of these. I wouldn't I wouldn't buy it at this point. It's already kind of too high. There's not like a good breakout point on anything. There's too many structured levels. It so yeah, to me, if there's a play tomorrow, it's gonna be um up here. And at that point, it's already kind of starting to break out possibly. And so yeah, I
Yeah.
probably won't play with the
And
indices
it's
tomorrow.
kind of like Euro USD in them, and I kind of would rather play Euro USD rather than the indices.
Yeah, Euro USD has a better structured look to it to me than the indices for let's go here, EU. If we're looking to sell something tomorrow, I would rather sell EU up here versus the indices or versus US 30 up here. And now when I look at it, it's like they're both very similar, but I like the way that EU made, come on, that's EG. EU made this move here, and then we've broken again. So it's like it has a little bit more structure break to it than US 30. US 30 has,
Yeah,
yeah, that maybe, but not really. It didn't even like break
it
any
didn't break
structure
that one to the.
above two.
If it had broke the second one, it'd be better.
Yeah, so it's kind of just not my thing, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. All
All
right.
right. I think that's it. I would say for anyone wanting to trade, and if like you need to take a trade, this looks possible tonight, but I'm not here for that. I'm just saying if anyone is bored, look at
I'm
that,
bored.
and then look at um that. Hopefully this thing does spike down like that. That would probably be an entry if you're awake for that, but that's just something to say. All right. That's it. We'll see y'all tomorrow.